You are listening to Proof Text, a Glossa House podcast exploring Scripture and all things related to it. New episodes are released daily. For more information, check out glossahouse.com and subscribe to our channels on Spotify and YouTube. Welcome and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Proof Text. I am Michael Halcomb, and this is an episode where we look at Greek roots. So we're thinking about growing our Greek vocabulary, and that is why we call this a Greek Growcabulary episode. In today's episode, we're thinking about the Greek root neph, nu epsilon phi, neph. And we're going to pull up stepbible.org and do a little search and see what we can find on this Greek root. Boom, there we go. I got my search bar open, got my keyboard set to Greek, and I'm going to type in neph. All right, there we go. And you can see we have several words pop up. We have nephele, which is a cloud. And then we have, this is interesting, Nephthalim in the Old Testament, I guess related to Naphtali. We have nephros, which is related to the mind, and then nephos, cloud. So we have nephele, cloud, and nephos, cloud. We're thinking about nephele, but you can see that for the most part, this Greek root neph has to do with clouds. The Nephilim were people descended, I guess, from the clouds. Nephros is interesting. I don't know how to connect the dots there. Maybe a cloudy mind. I don't know. Just guessing. So, really just joking. So here we go. Let's look at a few examples. In Matthew 17:5, that's where you first see it in the New Testament. Idu nephele photine episkiasin aftus. Behold the clouds, right? And then we have also in that same verse nepheles, and then we have in Matthew 24:30 nephelon. Now the accents, the accents fall in some interesting places here. I always want to put them on the first syllable, but you have some on the third syllable and some on the second. So like you have nephelon to uranu, epiton nephelon to uranu, upon the clouds of the sky or the clouds of the heavens. In Mark 9:7, you have nephele. I want to say nephele, anglicize it, but it's nephele. Same thing in that verse, nepheles. And we keep going. Luke 12:54, nephelein, and you see none of them really falling on the first syllable. And 1 Thessalonians 4:17, nepheles, this has to do with the clouds, in the clouds, right? So I don't necessarily have a mnemonic device for how to think about this. It's an interesting root, neph, nu epsilon phi, neph. So there's a thing I think called a nephelometer. That's kind of hard to remember. It's harder to remember than the word itself or the root itself. Nephelometer, I guess it is some way to measure clouds. But if that's helpful, then use that. Nephilim is another one. But all right, my friends, I'm going to stop there and say I hope that helps.
Interested in growing your ancient language skills but not sure where to start? Glossa House can help. From illustrated readers and short stories to lexicons and grammars, Glossa House offers a variety of resources for beginning, intermediate, and experienced ancient language learners. Head to glossahouse.com today. Glossa House, language resources for the global community.